Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. 1, 2, 3, and... The rain is falling through the mist of sorrow that surrounds me. The sun could never burn away the bliss that surrounds me. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Let your love rain down on me. Let it rain, 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 rain, rain. My life was like a desert flower burning in the sun. But once I found the way to love, then all was said and done. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Let your love rain down on me. Let it rain, 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 rain, rain. Now I know the secret, there is nothing that I lack. And when I give my love to you, you will surely give it back. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Let your love rain down on me. Let it rain, 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 rain, rain. One more time. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Let your love rain down on me. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain, let it rain, rain, rain.
Thank you. We picked a couple songs that we thought maybe would help convince the universe to let it rain a little bit more here before summer starts. So, ready?
You can play the game, you can act out the part, but you know it wasn't written for you. Tell me, how can you stand there with your broken heart? Shame to play the fool. One thing can lead to another. It doesn't take any sacrifice. Oh, father and mother, sister and brother, if it feels nice, don't think twice.
Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna work out fine if you only will.
Do as I say.
Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will.
You can run, but you cannot hide. This is widely known. What you gonna do with your foolish pride when you're all by yourself alone? Once you tell somebody the way that you feel, you can feel it beginning to leave. I think think it's true what they say about the squeaky wheel, always getting the grease. Better to
Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna work out fine if you only will.
like what I say.
Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna work out fine if you only will. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will.
Hey. Happy Easter. Welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Steve Van Meter, your senior minister, and it's my honor and privilege to welcome you here this morning. I love the bunny ears. Oh my goodness. I want a pair for my dog. My dog would look so cute in those. Well, good morning, and thank you for making this your spiritual destination for the morning. We have an awesome service planned for you, and you made it. You made it here. This is the place to be this morning, and every Sunday morning. And we're going to do what we do every Sunday morning together. If you're so inclined to read our vision mission statement together, which reads, "We are an open, loving, spiritual community dedicated to evolving consciousness through teaching spiritual principles." Again, it's Easter Sunday. We are rising in consciousness, aren't we? And the sun is rising, and the clouds are parting, and there's a new energy emerging. Can you feel it? Yes, it's time, isn't it? Well, we have a couple announcements for you this morning, but first thing we're going to do is we're going to welcome the people that have birthdays in April. Anybody having their April birthday? Yay, we got a couple, we got a few, we got several. All right, well, let's sing, shall we? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. And you and you and you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Yay. Thank you for celebrating with us this morning. We have some announcements. Let's see. I try not to do too many announcements on Sunday just because it takes up so much time. I'll put these up on the bulletin board. And also, you want to subscribe to our e-news, which brings you these announcements every Friday so you don't miss anything, because we've got a lot of stuff coming up. Let's see. We created a Hagula Luka mound yesterday. We had 12 volunteers show up. I want to thank every volunteer. Let me get my little notebook out and thank each volunteer. Let's see. We had Rando, Sam and Rick. That's Samantha and Rick. Mike, who was one of our coordinators. Thank you, Mike. Bucky, and I'm going to bring her up here. Come on up here, Bucky. And Rika, and Jeff, and Dave, and he cut the lawn, and Sherry Green and myself and Ann Southcombe and Kaya, Dave's dog, helped us too. So we want to thank those people. So I'm going to introduce Bucky to explain what this is. And as you're exiting, look in the front corner of the building. There is a new garden out there. It's about this high. You can't miss it. It's a mound. So please.
Oh, thanks. It's called a hugel culture mound, and it comes from a German word, a German practice that's been done for several hundred years. And we teach about demonstrations at this place. We pray, move our feet, and we know we will have a demonstration or an outcome, an answer to a prayer, right? Right. This is my biggest demonstration I've had. Amazing. And I just want to say, the fact that my friend Melanie brought me together with Mike Ingstrom, who's right there. Raise your hand. We want to say, hey, thank you. He's been our mastermind, a horticulturist who's studied this stuff, who's been around microbes and all the good things that are in the ground that we want to encourage to grow and spread and enrich the soil and therefore all of our plants. And the plants that we can put in this hugelkultur mound will be pollinator plants, ones that help those bees and butterflies and moths and all the critters that are doing the pollination that are really having a hard time in our world today. So we are really blessed by Mike's expertise and his incredible amount of effort. He's put days and hours into this project. So thank you, Mike, so much. You're my big part of my demonstration showing up in my life. And this has been something that I thought that this center could do at this little corner here in Grants Pass as a demonstration garden. No pun intended. Demonstration garden, right? People can look at this and say, hey, they did that. They're producing this wonderful soil in this great growing environment, and look at the things that are growing there. And we get to walk by or drive by and enjoy them and learn about this. And it really, truly is a demonstration in every sense of the word in that way. So we share it with our community here in this little building, and we share it to the bigger community and out into the world. And for that, I'm so grateful. Thank you all. Thank you, everybody who volunteered.
Thank you, Bucky. It's a real demonstration, and it's real community building. You know, we had 12 people show up yesterday. That was great. We didn't think but 3 or 4 people. Well, I did not know. You plan these things and then you give it over to Spirit and miracles happen. So a miracle happened for us yesterday. Thank you. We had our spring concert and chili cook-off last week. And we had some prizes. Mary Wirtz got 3rd place with her chili. And Ethel got 2nd place, and Jamaica Wallace got 1st place with her chili. And yeah, we had a really good time. Sherry Davis, who is one of our long-term practitioners here, made her transition, and her celebration of life service is going to be held on Friday, May 1st at 2 p.m. at the Hope Presbyterian Church. There's more information on our website, or it'll be up on the board there. We just want to honor her, and please show up for that. I am in contact with Howard, and he's really appreciative that we're announcing this here, because she was such a big part of our center. I mean, when we were without a minister, it was really her and Nancy Bankston and the board that, you know, when a minister leaves, there's a period of time where you're kind of floating as a congregation, and you guys pulled it together. I mean, we've been here for 55 years. This is going to be forever. But she really was instrumental in keeping the wheels turning as part of the board. Upcoming events and classes. I know that Spiritual Liberation started, and it's such a success that she's shutting it down because there's so many people. But I just want to acknowledge that everybody that's a part of that group. We have this thing called Get Your Groove On Karaoke Night. 70s dressed, encouraged, disco vibes only. Scott from my band Full Moon Project will be hosting the karaoke. It's on May 1st from 6 to 8 p.m. right here. We have so much fun. It's a $10 donation just to raise money for our general fund. We need to do these to keep the ball rolling here. This has been an economic change that we're all feeling, and we're feeling it here too. But we know that Spirit provides. We open our heart and our mind, and something beautiful happens. So I'm just glad you're all here to be part of this. So please come support us with that. And our ongoing events, we have a metaphysical book study Sunday mornings from 9 to 9:45 over in the LEC building, where we are studying the 4 spiritual laws of prosperity by Unity Minister Edwin Gaines. And then after that, we have a meditation group from 9:50 to 10:05 that meets every Sunday morning. There is a Three Rivers Community Orchestra that's happening on April 12th at 3 p.m. and two of our own is going to be playing, and we want to encourage you to go see that. There is a flyer up on our thing, and our Southern Oregon Living and Dying Alliance is going to have their final presentation on the 19th. It's $20, but come and join us for that. If you want to know more about afterlife, this one is called Angel Food and Aftercare. I thought it was the afterlife. I was very excited, but no, it's aftercare. After you've made your transition, how to set things up so that your family doesn't have to struggle or have any challenge. So, and that is our announcements for the morning. Flowers today. Who brought these beautiful flowers? Anybody want to take? Jillian. Thank you, Jillian. Beautiful. Happy Easter. And if you have a cell phone, put it on stun so God doesn't call you mid-service. And is anybody here for the first time? Anybody here? Oh, hello, welcome. We have a little welcome packet for you. Yes, please, let's get him a welcome. Welcome. If you have any questions, you can ask any of us after service or see me. I'd love to chat with you. And we're glad that you made this your spiritual destination for the morning. Let's see. We're going to briefly greet one another. Greet your neighbor close to you. We don't have to walk around the whole sanctuary because we're going to sing too. So we're going to stand up and sing We Are One. Thanks for being here this morning.
All right, if we could all join hands. That person you're talking to, grab their hand and let's all sing together. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one, and in this unity we shall live in harmony as peace has come, as we are one. We are one. we are one. And in this unity we shall live in harmony as peace has come, as we are one.
Good morning. My name is Bucky. Let's read our gratitude together. I am so thankful to be fully present, recognizing who I am at my core. It's wonderful to be on the podium with you this morning, and Janet Moray is holding the high watch in the back of the room. She is here to guide you to a practitioner. There are several of us who are available for a short prayer miracle minute after the service if you would like to have time in prayer. She's holding the high watch, and we will pray on your request if you fill out a little form, the yellow form, or if you go online at our webpage and fill out a prayer request. Know that we will hold you in prayer all next week. There are several of us that are available. If you're available for prayer afterwards, it's Janet and Paula and Jamaica and Deborah and myself. Wonderful. So don't go away without a prayer. And we know, of course, you have demonstrations. We talked about that earlier, and I'm still on to that. Yay! So we love to hear about these things, how Spirit shows up in your life, whether it's something you expected or not. I mean, prayer's working all the time, so we love to hear about it. Let's remain seated and sing, I Am Loved. Let's do the prayer. Yeah. Why don't we do the prayer? We'll do that and then we'll sing. There is one life. This life is God. This life is perfect. This life is my life now. Knowing this, I recognize I have everything I could ever need. I am lovingly fulfilled.
I am love.
Know it.
The love of God is in my life. I am loved.
Knowing that there is no place that God is not. We know and we celebrate and we thank this divine Spirit that is in, through, and as all life. Today is a day to begin anew. Today is a day to live in gratitude. Let us take some time to sit in the silence and remember and recall and rejoice at all the good that is in our lives right here, right now. Divine intelligence in, through, and as all life. We are gathered here to raise the vibration of love, to revel in the truth of the goodness that is in, through, and as each one of us. We are each a unique expression of this one, and for this we are so grateful. We can be ourselves, and indeed, that is our highest calling. To show up in this world as the very best person that each one of us can be. I am so grateful for the vibration that is raised, for the love that is shared, for the growth that is experienced from this moment forward. And as we take one last deep centering breath together, we say thank you. And together we say, and so it is, and so it is. We have some wonderful special music by George and Anron, and then Reverend Steve's talk.
The special piece we prepared today is a French piece called La Fille aux Cheveux du Lin. It's a French impressionistic piece by Claude Debussy. It's an instrumental, has kind of a meditative quality, and we bring it to you kind of with that in mind. Not so much as a performance, but as kind of a vehicle for whatever you'd like to put out there.
Beautiful. Thank you, George. Now, it's wonderful to see George play the harp and he not look at his music. I don't know. I mean, if you've ever played an instrument, you're like, what are the notes? Sometimes you can do it by heart, but thank you for your work on that. Well, happy Easter! So, we're in a new month, and I have a new theme, which is the practice of becoming. And what are you becoming? Well, let me give you the news. You already are. But see, we're all waking up to what we already are, and we call it becoming. Wow, I'm becoming something that I've always been. You see, we are already downloaded when you were born with everything you need. We just have to have the right codes to activate it, right? It's already hardwired into your computer. But see, if you don't have the right code, you know how that, you're always one mouse click away from a demonstration. But which mouse click is it? Not the delete one. Unless it's negative stuff, and then you do want to delete that. So, what changes in me when I choose to be fully present? Even in the midst of my imperfections. You know, my talk title today, Living with Presence and Deep Awareness, is just that. We are tapping into something very deep within us at this point in human history. We are scrambling for what we know is truth. And, you know, a lot of people are saying, it's never been like this before. And it hasn't. Because we are on the precipice of a whole new energy emerging. There is a new frequency. You know, it was AM and FM. Well, this is far beyond those frequencies. And as we raise our frequency and become aware of who we truly are, new parts of us are being activated. And this is why things feel a little uncomfortable. You know, when you learned how to walk, you didn't just stand up and decide to walk one day. You crawled, you bumped your head on some stuff, and you figured it out. One of the most used mantras in our Centers for Spiritual Living is, there is one life. This life is God. This life is perfect life, and this life is my life now. This powerful affirmation centers and brings us into the now moment. Ernest Holmes reminds us that it's necessary to complete the entire statement in order to truly recognize that we are already part of life. In the Science of Mind textbook, Ernest Holmes wrote on page 292, it's not enough to say there is one life and that life is God. We must complete this statement by saying, that life is my life now. See, we want to bring it into the now moment. If we say, I'm going to prosper tomorrow, and tomorrow comes, and you say, I'm going to prosper tomorrow, it never reaches fulfillment in the now moment. But when we say, I am prosperous right here and right now, the universe gets very busy reorganizing itself to show you what it already is. This is the power of now. We are not becoming this life, but we are this life right here and right now. And this is the true, deeper Easter message. We are not waiting for resurrection. We are living our resurrection right now. Isn't it good to know that you didn't have to die or make your transition? But you did. You know, Christians talk about being born again. And this is where they had a transformational experience that they went from not knowing to knowing. And in metaphysics, we call it awakening.
or having an aha moment. You know that moment where you finally got something and you went, I could have had a V8. Right? Where something happened where you went, oh, what I believed all along was not the real capital T truth. And all of a sudden, like a new life was revealed to you. And you had to step back to recalibrate, to readjust your frequency to match the new energy. So, resurrection is the moment that we remember who we are. That's what today is all about. It's not about how Jesus the Christ made his transition. It's about what happens about our belief about it. Resurrection is the moment where we realize and remember who we are. So who are you? As my mom would say, who do you think you are doing that? So I don't know. Me. It is the rising of consciousness from limitation into awareness, from fear into faith, and from separation into unity. See, there's only one of us here. This is the great beauty of what we're doing. See, we were all one. This wonderful energy, this blue sphere, orb of energy floating in the universe, and it got bored. And it decided, I'm going to splinter into countless numbers of individuals of myself to remember who I am. And that process is the life that we have. See, we were splintered, thrown out and cast into the universe. And then you were born. And your memory of all that was stripped away so that you could figure it out once again. And if you're listening to this message or you stumbled into this center, you're figuring it out. And in the figuring it out, our energy, our oneness is reclaimed. We're reclaiming our power. We're remembering who we are. We are resurrecting our old energy into a whole new being. It is the rising of consciousness from limitation into awareness, from fear into faith, and from separation into unity. See, there's only one of us here, acting out as the billions of countless life forms. Some of us are acting out a little more than others I've seen recently. I'm just throwing it out there. Well, some of us have more healing to do. I'm just saying. Though we cannot truly practice becoming because we already are, our physical experience and mental nature often leads us to feel separate from the whole. This is part of the fun of the illusion. Are you having fun yet? Having a good time? Well, whatever it is you're working on, if you look for the good, now, again, this is not to minimize any serious struggle or challenge someone may be walking through. But it's not to maximize it either. Don't get caught in the appearance of the separation. It's just an appearance. It feels so real though, doesn't it? We have to keep our energy and awareness rooted in who we truly believe we are. Fortunately, we can use spiritual practices to help us remember who we are. And this week, we explore how mindfulness shapes our spiritual life, how spiritual practices return us to the present moment, the here and now, and how we can be vulnerable enough to realize that being broken is not the same as being lost. Mindfulness shapes our spiritual life. Mark Nepo suggests that our job is to live life as deeply and honestly as possible, allowing God to reveal itself through us as we allow it. Mindfulness opens the channels of our consciousness so that the divine may express more fully as the I am. See, whenever you say, I am, fill in the blank, the universe gets very busy showing you what you are. So when you maybe say, I am not feeling well, the universe says, let me show you how you're not feeling well. In the midst of your not feeling well, if you can say, I am feeling better and better. Not to deny that you're not feeling great, but to shift the energy to feeling better. You know, when somebody calls me and says, I can't make it into church today, I'm not feeling good. I always say, I'm so glad you're feeling better. Like, I'm not. I'm like, I know, but I know that you will. See, I'm holding that space for you. This happened when I was very young in this teaching, and I went to my minister in tears. I had just gotten fired from a job. And I was very upset. I loved that job, and they had somebody else they wanted in my position, and they let me go. And I went and had a spiritual mind treatment with her, you know, and she said, congratulations. I said, no, I don't think you understood what I said. I lost my job. She goes, congratulations on your new job. I said, I haven't even applied anywhere. She goes, I know, but you're going to, and it's going to be much better and much more yours and richer, and you're going to, you know. And I was like, wow, she already was there for me. What a great minister. She's still my mentor. But see, we have to do that for ourselves. When we have something happen to us, we go, okay, where's the blessing in this? This is information that I can change into something positive if I see it rightly. Again, this isn't to deny a challenge that we may be walking through. And while you're walking through it, get into it. If you're grieving or mourning, or get into that. You know, spend some time by yourself and have a really good cry. But process the energy. See, if we don't process the energy, guys know how to do this. We suck it up and we swallow it. I can handle this. I'm good. What you're doing is you're taking a beach ball and you're trying to hold it underwater. You ever tried to do that? You could do it for a little while. You sit on it, you know, you're like, oh, I got this. Whoa, up, up. But eventually you tire out. The beach ball will never tire out. The air wants to get back to the air. That's what its life is. So once we let it go, we can let it go. And dang, we got to let some stuff go. Right? If it's coming up for you, that means that we have some work to do around it. And that's why we're here. Let's do the work so we can get on to the good stuff, right? Because this is the party planet. Right? Now, all in moderation, you know, save yourself for the after party. Don't get so drunk that you don't know where you are. There's a way to party that doesn't mean adding anything to you. Just means expressing greater. And that's a whole other talk. In Science of Mind, we know that thought and feeling direct experience, not just in formal treatments, but in our daily life. See, every word is a prayer. You are never not praying. You know when you're watching the news, you're cursing it, watch what you're saying. Because if there's only one of us here, you're saying it to yourself. You might as well start blessing that energy. God bless that such rich energy that's flowing through the universe. But when we can catch ourselves in that instant, we have turned the corner. We have changed the energy and we are part of the solution. And we all need to be part of the solution. And this is the Easter awakening. That awareness itself is our resurrection. Every moment we choose presence, we rise. Every moment we choose love over fear, we rise. Every moment we remember the truth of our being, we rise again. Just like the beach ball trying to express itself. Mindfulness is creative energy in motion. Energy in motion. Emotion. You know when you feel something? You know when you don't just feel it, you are something. Something some love of something has got a hold of you. You know that feeling where when you're doing whatever that is, you lose track of time. You forget what day it is. You forget what website you've been looking for. Why did I walk into this room again? It's not just a mental activity, but a consciousness practice rooted in faith, feeling, and surrender. Can you let go of that stuff? Can you let go of that debt? Can you let go of that resentment? You know what the word resentment means? It means to resense it over and over and over again. Let that stuff go, man. Again, maybe you need to get yourself in the closet and do a little cry work. And that's okay, because we need to process that stuff. You can't hold that beach ball under the water any longer. When we become aware of the divine qualities of life and feel them, we activate them through the law of cause and effect. This kind of mindful awareness becomes a spiritual practice that slowly shapes who we are now becoming. And we are all collectively becoming a whole new earth. There is a whole new energy emerging. And the people that don't want to play in the new energy, that's okay. They can stay where they need to be until, everybody eventually wakes up. But everybody's timeline is different. So we have to honor people's timeline. If they're not right where we are, that's okay. Maybe we are on a timeline that needs to be changed. We think we know it all, and maybe we don't. Maybe we're still learning too. Spiritual practices help us return to the present moment. To listen is to approach gently with a willingness to be changed. And in Science of Mind, we use various spiritual tools like spiritual mind treatment, which is affirmative prayer, tuning in, meditation, contemplation, maybe journaling, writing some of the stuff out that we don't want to repeat in our mind. Art, music, nature walks, and more. Not as routines, but as conscious spiritual practices. I could never sit down and meditate, but I can get out into nature and walk and have a spiritual experience, just looking at the beauty of nature. That is a spiritual practice. I'm just going for a walk. Go do my spiritual practice. It helps us realize that spiritual principles are already immersed within us. You are not going to be any more spiritual than you are right now. It's already there, but you're going to resurrect it as you become aware of it. That's what today is all about. And these practices roll away the stone. You know that term, roll away the stone? And there was no one in the tomb? Because ascension had happened. in consciousness. He was no longer the person he was. They remove the barriers of doubt, fear, and distraction that keep us from seeing clearly. So whatever practice you choose, do it with conviction. Do it with all your heart. Get into it so that the energy can release itself and you can attain that new frequency, that new vibration that is awaiting your recognition of it. Feel the truth being revealed in your body and your life in the here and now. Listen with the ears of your soul. Ooh, that's deep. Listen with the ears of your soul. This actually means plugging your ears and becoming aware of everything around you. You know, you see better in the dark when you close your eyes. How does that happen? Because your third eye is so powerful that it knows where everything is in your house and in the world, and it will guide you. These practices help us become more aware of what is actually happening around and within us. See, we're in the midst of a huge transformation. And it freaks some people out. Some people are not ready, and that's okay. When it's their time to be ready, they will become ready. But see, we're more than ready. We're already there. We're already playing in the new energy of earth. So being broken is not being lost. Suffering has a way of waking us up. I wish it could be different. But what I've found is that the human condition includes something called getting through some stuff. And in that process, it reveals what matters most. See, we all carry past experiences, moments of pain or confusion and grief. But these do not define us. Only if we take the picture and put it in our scrapbook and don't have any more pictures after it. That's what happened. Observing our pain without judgment or bitterness can open the door to deeper awareness and healing feelings. And this too is part of our Easter story. The crucifixion is not the end. It is the transformation. What appears as loss becomes our awakening. Huzzah! You believe in that sort of thing. What appears as an ending becomes a reemergence of our new energy. Spiritual presence isn't about avoiding suffering, but it's about walking through it with love and awareness. You know, just because you become more spiritual and you're all in the science of mind practitioner and all that, doesn't mean that life isn't going to happen to you. It means that when life happens to us, we have a plan. We know we go right into prayer. And when I go right into prayer, when I'm in the midst of something, I am in the energy of miraculous energy. I'm going to share with you a little bit about what's going on with me right now. As you may or may not know, I have 3 dogs, 3 70-pound dogs. We have Cooper, who is Chris's son's dog, who we are in charge of. And then Honey, who is our rescue from Reno Rottweiler back rescue. And then we have our Luna girl, our golden doodle. Well, this last week she was diagnosed with Lyme dysphagia, a Lyme disease, but it's not exactly Lyme disease, and it's affected her kidneys to the point where she's having a problem with continence. She's 6 years old. And I mean, I've never had kids. These dogs are my children, okay? I'll just say that right now. And we took her into the vet, and they kept her for 2 days, and they said, we've done all that we can. You need to get her to emergency. And so we drove to the Central Point Emergency, and they kept her for 2 days. And you know that feeling while you're waiting? It's the worst feeling in the world because your mind is so creative that it creates every eventuality. And then the call came in, come and get her. We've done all that we can. She's on 4 medications now, and she wears a diaper to bed. But she hasn't lost any energy. She doesn't know that she's sick. And she's not sick. She's just going through something right now. And all we can do is be there with her. But boy, you know how it is when you're going through something with your kids or your pets like that? It is all encompassing. Your life, I couldn't even eat. You can't do anything but think about how to make this little life better. And that's where you call in your practitioners. And you go directly into prayer. And you unite with the power that created you. And through that, I know that whatever is going on, this too is good, this too is God, and I demand to see the blessing and the miracle in this right here and right now. That's my prayer. Whatever happens, I know I've got one more day with her today. I'm going to make this the best day I can. It was hard to come in here this morning while I got a sick dog at home. That's why Chris isn't here today. Oops. But there's something wonderful happening through this. This has made me love so much deeper. I mean, I went out and bought her 3 new toys. Because I swore that she would have 3 new toys when she got home from the hospital. I got her a little lammy. She loved the little lammy. She runs around with that thing in her mouth. Oh, I just love it. Okay. So that's what's going on with me. So I would appreciate your prayers about my dog Luna, the black golden doodle, who is golden in my heart. So please know the highest and best with her. So, back to my talk. We don't have to do this alone. Thank you, God. A practitioner or a minister or a trusted friend can help you see your wholeness when you feel disconnected from it. Call on these people. Do not suffer alone. Say to yourself, you know what? I don't know. I'm caught. I can't see the forest through the trees, but I know somebody who is not caught in the same energy as me. I'm going to call them so they can hold me and my situation in the light. Because that's what we do. You're that part of me that has the healing essence. You can know this for me and my family, and I can know it with and for yours. That's how community loves each other, isn't it? Every challenge can bring a deeper realization of truth, releasing us from false beliefs and realigning us with our divine intelligence. That's what it's all about. You are the divine intelligence made manifest. You are it. Do you want to see a miracle? Look in the mirror. You know what it took for you to be here today? Let me count the ways. Nothing is ever lost in spirit. What may feel broken can and will be redeemed by love in some way. So in conclusion, we begin April by exploring the theme of practicing or the practice of becoming. And in this first week, we've explored what it means to live with presence and deep awareness. Wake up, people! It's good to be awake, alert, and aware. I don't want to miss anything. And on this Easter Sunday, we remember becoming is not about just striving. It's about rising. It's about expanding our frequency to encapsulate so much love that we forget who we are. Can you do that? Well, we can try. We rise into truth. We rise into the realization that the life we seek is the life that we already are living. If the infinite was to give you a little card and it said exactly what you're supposed to be doing on it, it would say, you're doing great exactly where you are. Keep going. Even though we cannot practice becoming what we already are, we can train our consciousness to remember it, to live it, and to embody it. This is our call to action, to recognize that mindfulness shapes our spiritual life. Spiritual practices return us to this now moment. This is it. This is all we have, is right now. And being broken is never the end of our story. It is the beginning of our becoming, the beginning of our resurrection, and the eternal rising of life as who and what you are right now. So it is. Thank you. Thank you. Well, it's time for us to go into prayer right now. So I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you, or take a soft focus on the beautiful flowers. But let's take a moment and remember who we are in unison together. So I ask myself, what is animating this thing called life? What is causing us to move and have life, to think and to reason, to love, and to release anything unlike it? To move from fear to faith is to move into a unity consciousness, a wholeness of love that we have always been. And as we move into that awareness moves out of us into the world. I may not know what you're working with right now, but I know that the Source, Great Spirit, Christ Consciousness knows exactly what you're working with and has actually presented that to you, that you agreed upon having that situation so you could work through it. So as we work through these changes and challenges, readjusting our frequency to a more expanded consciousness, we move into the realm of miracles, of divine right action, of truth and harmony and peace. So I speak a special word for you in your resurrection today on this Easter Sunday. I speak a word for my loving dog, Luna. I know, and right here and now activate that animating force of healing energy in all that is. I know that that miraculous energy is happening. We have turned our attention to it, and it has turned into who and what we are in our lives. As we turn away from what doesn't work, not to deny it, but not to give it any more power, we turn into the frequency of love. And love is the elixir that is the healing of everything that is. How grateful we are to know this truth. And in knowing that truth, we activate that in all of our experiences. A new connection is being made. A new energy is moving through. A new love is finding itself in you. So we give great thanks. Thank you, Divine Source, Great Spirit, God, Christ consciousness, for the healing and revealing of all that needs to be moved. And we are moved. So I let go. I completely release this word into the living, loving law of mind, where I know with all my heart and soul that it is already so. Thank you. I love you. And I know who you are. As we affirm this together by saying, and so it is. Okay. Well, it's time for our offertory ideas about sharing, prosperity affirmation. So let's take our hand and put it on our heart, and let's recite this together. Prosperity affirmation. Because I give of my time, energy, and money, I am in the flow of inexhaustible sustenance. And so thankful. So it is. Amen. Music. Here for George. That's good. Let's say a prayer for our offertory this morning. From the love of pure spiritual energy, these tithes and gifts have been collected. They are evidence of our faith, our belief, and our ability to manifest in this world of form. They do good work in this world, blessing the giver and the receiver, which allows this, the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living, to be open and available to those who are choosing to remember who they are, and for those who may not even know it yet. And for that, this entire city, state, country, world, and universe is blessed with positive, loving energy and the frequency of love. And for this, everything is blessed. And so it is. Thank you, Tapatu. Okay, it's now time for us to stand and sing our closing song.
There's not too many words on this one, so it's pretty easy. You might be wondering, how do we know when to start and stop? We'll just sing it through 3 times.
All the time I offer at the altar of love. All the time I offer at the altar of love, in sweet surrender, in sweet surrender. All the time I offer at the altar of love. All the time I offer at the altar of love, in sweet surrender, in sweet surrender. All the time I offer at the altar of love. All the time I offer at the altar of love, in sweet surrender, in sweet surrender.
And now for our benediction, please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening right now.
Something wonderful is happening right now.
It's happening in my mind.
It's happening in my mind.
It's happening in my body.
It's happening in my body.
It's happening in the body of my affairs.
In the body of my affairs.
I think it.
I think it.
I feel it.
I feel it.
And I know it.
I know it.
Just the way that it is.
Just the way that it is.
And just the way that it is not.
Just the way that it is.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
Happy Easter. Have a great week, everybody. God bless.